it's amazing how many times things you did in the past come back up and they're relevant to the current debate. And I want to have a little fun today because there is a direct dotted line between Bill Clinton's sock drawer and the raid on Melania's closet at Mar-a-Lago. And I want to walk through that today. It's an amazing thing that your team did. But walk us through the importance of the case where you found the audio tapes that Bill Clinton had kept in his sock drawer of his conversations as president with a historian. An amazing case.
Yeah, I don't even remember how we found out about it. Maybe there was a news story about it. And there was Taylor Branch had done a book on Clinton, you may recall. And he recorded some of his conversations with him for the book. And Clinton kept copies of, I think it was more than one tape. But the tapes included at least his half of the conversation with foreign leaders, members of Congress, and other government officials. So we saw that and we said, hey, what about the Presidential Records Act? Aren't these in the library? Because we had been litigating against the library for probably 15 years at that point.
Right.
And so we sued the archives, and they came back to us, and they told us, go pound sand. And we're in court before one of the most of the left-wing judges on the bench, Beryl Howe. She's an expert, though, in FOIA matters and open records matters. The government, the lawyer for the archives, said, you know what? If the documents are in the former president's hands, they're presumptively personal. We just, we presume they're personal. And sure enough, the court found later in an opinion that the archives couldn't get behind the decision by a president to term documents either personal or presidential. So, that's the position. That's not only the legal position of the Justice Department, but it's the law.
Yeah. And
obviously, it's bolstered by the Constitution, which gives ultimate classification authority by virtue of his role as commander in chief to the president. So essentially, anything he took with him out of the White House, the Justice Department previously had told us in response to a question about Bill Clinton, tough luck, it's his. But they changed their mind for Donald Trump. And I want to know, did they tell the court that?
That's a great question.
Did they tell the court our policy and the law and a court decision suggests that Trump is right? And frankly, based on this analysis, Trump should get every single document they took from him back.
Yeah,
because they're all personal records.
Thanks to you, I've been able to read through the transcripts and the final court ruling by the judge. And, it's pretty clear the court and the Justice Department are of the same mind, which is the president's authority to decide what's a personal government record is absolute, just like the president's ability to classify a document is absolute. So that's going to be the history on which, when this gets into the courts, it's going to turn on. The history is clearly, and legal precedent clearly in favor of the president.